Here we go, re-rolling a 4. A 1. Within the nightmare labyrinth of twisting and shimmering passages at the heart of the Temple of Madness, looks like we're going north, can be found a pool. And within this pool, a gateway to worlds beyond your own. Sounds like a void gate to me. I think our void witch is about to become useful. Local guildsmen beg you to find the dark pool and destroy it forever, or seal it with magic if you can. Take the Caravan Highlands encounter, which we've already drawn for this. Place a clue at the Temple of Madness, not to be confused with the Tunnel of Terror. If you move into that space, draw the Endless Labyrinth. Oh, sorry, we're not actually resolving the Caravan part of this card. We're resolving the bottom, the Endless Labyrinth. And resolve it during the encounter phase. After resolving the Endless Labyrinth, remove 1 clue and place a Void Gate in its place. You can't attempt to dispel the Void Gate while you are detained. Okay. When you dispel the Void Gate, increase the town level at the Bandit Camp and Pigskin Port. Doesn't really help us with the Watchtower. So we've got 2 ways to decrease the danger level at Bandit Camp. Am I the only one thinking this one time at Bandit Camp? No? Come on, you guys thought that. All right, well, so it looks like we can deal with the Bandit Camp by doing the 2 quests, getting rid of the Goblin Jar, running up... What is the Endless Labyrinth, by the way? 1 adventurer must attempt a perception test. If you fail, you're detained. Oh, I see. So basically it just takes a perception check to get through the labyrinth. That's what it was saying. That's why it was saying that if we're detained, we can't close the Void Gate. And then closing the Void Gate is just a matter of rolling magic checks until we accrue 6 points worth of successes on the Void Gate. All right, we've completed this quest. Do I want to sit around here and draw a 1 or a 2? 15 of these, like 40 cards, will let me have an encounter here and flip this to a 1, at which point I will then pay 20 gold to raise it to a 2, and then we're 2/3 of the way to unifying the Highlands. All right, so that was our encounter. We paid the toll. We are now resting boldly again. Let's do the puppet show here. There we go. We got 2 gold for that. Let's draw a card here just to see what our options are. The Rat Spike. Fairly grim if you're a rat. It does bonus damage against swarms. We're not buying that. Here's our draw. Nope. The Witchwood raises to a 4. Resting again. Here's our performance. We passed. That's 2 gold again. Frankly, we could just sit and do our puppet show over and over again until we could afford to raise the town levels. Do I even want to see fortune cards? What do these do? Choose a willing adventurer. Reveal the top card of the danger deck. If the space indicated on that card matches your current region, you gain a luck. If it doesn't, if it has no region, if it's one of the orange cards, the chosen adventurer loses a luck. Discard the revealed card without resolving it. It's only 4 gold. Now we can only use it in town. But that would be quite the luck machine. Do we want to pay 4 gold? Oh, let me show you the picture. Although it only fires off if we draw a region identical to the one we're in. So basically there's a 1 in 4 chance that we'll get luck from it. And a way, way lower chance that we'll lose luck. You know, I'm not buying fortune cards, good lord. All right, so that was our rest action. We are drawing, here we go. So, well, first of all, the Tower Island goes to a 6. Now, we're a 1 against a draw of 2. If we successfully hunt, our level in this space raises to 2. We get this encounter. So we have to pass more perception checks than we fail. I can send as many people as I want on those, on the hunt. I think let's just send 1, right? Again, so I have 2 chances that are in my favor. One that is, but I would need, oh no, I don't want to send all 3 because I would need 2 of them to pass. So forget that. We're just going to have the, the Void Witch will hunt. Oh, good, okay. So we successfully hunted this encounter, which then makes us encounter 2 monsters. 2 Highlands monsters. We've done a lot of fighting at this watchtower. Nachtdreck Raider. He's filth, which I think means the Fishy Confectioner can eat it after the battle. Pursue, if we were outdoors, we couldn't run away, but we're indoors. We could run away if we want. Lowest agility will be the Fishy Confectioner. A drunken yokel. Dimwit Fury. So the attack of 3 is basically the first round, it'll be random. From then on, anytime he's got wounds, it'll be a 4. Highest magic, of course, is the Void Witch. All right, beginning with the Fugitive Fop's Assault. I don't know, I guess the Void Witch. Oh, let's see what the Dimwit. So the Dimwit thinks he's a 4 for the first round. 5 hit points, basically 6, but the weighted pistol would chew through the armor. So let's shoot the Nachtdreck Raider. Against a perception of 8. No silver shot loaded. We succeeded for 3 points of damage. We punched through 1 point of armor, so that is 3 points of damage. Let's have the Void Witch play it safe. Oh, even if I've been failing my morale rolls for resting, the first one she failed would have healed her up all the way. Let's go ahead and just play it safe. Powering, oh wait, here we go. In guard mode, powering the Mystic Shield. So this is a magic check. The green dice are an agility check. Okay, lots of successes all around. We only blocked 1 point of damage, which means we take 3. And we put 6 wounds on the Mystic Shield. And I guess that frees us up next time around to attack it with a sacrificial dagger to heal ourselves up. Because once we drive this down, we're then going to rest. So, I don't care. It's not a big deal. This will come off anyway. Well, first, let's do the Fishy Confectioner. Attacking with a strength roll of 7. Why did I think that was 8? Oh, we were invigorated before. We're not anymore. So attacking with a strength of 7, defending with an agility of 7 against an attack of 4. The defense succeeded, easily intercepted 6 points of damage. The attack failed. On to the next round. Let's have the Void Witch go first. Actually, the Fugitive Fop, because why not? Actually, who needs experience points? I would love to flip the Magic Missile. So let's have the Void Witch try to finish it off. So the Void Witch in attack mode, I don't care if she gets hit because this is going to intercept any damage. The Dimwit is no longer a 4. He's now a 3. So she's rolling against her agility with the Barbed Whip. She failed. She failed that, but intercepted all the damage. The Fugitive Fop will sit out. I actually want to get the experience points to the Void Witch. All right, so that was her assault. The Fugitive Fop will just sit in guard mode. The Fishy Confectioner will guard. Failed the defense, intercepted 1 point of damage, attacked with 1, but was intercepted by armor. Alright, that was lame. So we take 3 points of damage. Doing it all over again. The Fugitive Fop is sitting out. The Void Witch in assault mode, trying to kill the Drunken Yokel. There we go. That'll kill the Drunken Yokel. It was a successful defense against all of its damage. We did that. That was her assault mode. And now the Fishy Confectioner. I think just guard and let it come around to the witch. No, let's not min-max it so much. All right, the Fishy Confectioner in guard mode. Deal with this Noctdrek Raider. The guard mode failed. We rolled 1, so we're going to take 3 points of damage. The attack succeeded with 4 points of damage, which kills the Noctdrek Raider. 1 point of experience. 1 point of gold. 1 point of experience. Put it underneath that. And 1 point of gold. So we remove this danger level of 1. There's no such thing as a 0. There is now instead a town level of 1. Before we rest in bold stance at our newly betowned watchtower, a couple of things to catch up with. Firstly, the danger level at Tower Island should have been 6 according to an earlier draw, which I just noticed going back over some of the tape. So when I drew this Tower Island, that would have summoned the Hand of Doom. Naturally, we prevent that by spending luck, equal to the number of characters in the party, so we're going to burn the 3 luck, and I'll just go ahead and spend 1 from each character. So the Tower Island danger level stays at 6, but now I have 3 fewer luck. The other thing to catch up on, I left, I think it was Pigskin Port, without paying for stuff I bought. So all told, that's 10 gold pieces I need to spend right now to pay for the stuff that I carried out of the store. So I'll just, we'll spend 3, 3, 4. So there's 3 there. Here is 3 spent from 8 to 5, and here is 4 spent from 13 down to 9, which demoralizes the Fishy Confectioner because she hates spending money. That I think I'm all caught up with. Oh, the other thing I want to catch up with, we just fought a battle against a Drunken Yokel and a Noctdrek Raider. As we all know, Noctdrek Raiders are filth. Look at that, filth. Our Fishy Confectioner has the Gourmet skill, which lets her eat filthy creatures. So I'm going to use Gourmet, which I believe requires a Constitution check. If you pass, recover wounds. If you fail, you're poisoned. All right, so Constitution of 7. We passed. Recover wounds equal to the lowest die. So it was not a very tasty Noctdrek Raider. Now I think I'm all caught up with everything. With one important exception. That Void Hound that kept showing up. Whenever I draw a card that says raise the danger level in your current space, then you fight the Void Hound. I am pretty sure that most of the times I drew that, I didn't raise the danger level in my current space. So I'm going to give myself an asterisk for that. That'll be the first asterisk of this particular mission. So continuing on, we are now resting in bold stance at the Watchtower, which is now a town. The first thing we'll do is some recovery rolls. Doesn't really matter. Is it still? No, it is outdoors. Fugitive Fop doesn't mind sleeping here. The Void Witch has nothing to heal. The Fishy Confectioner is making a morale roll. We'll have unequipped this black sword. Morale of 6. Oh, excuse me, 5. Very upset about having to spend money. Failed that, so only recovers 3 points of wounds from 5 to 2. All right, while we're in town, we're going to have the fugitive fop do her agility-based puppet show, rolling against an 8. We did succeed, so we gain gold equal to the lowest die. So from 11 to 12. This a newly acquired skill, perfect for wounded fishy confectioners. Fugitive fop, now our medic, will do amend wounds. It's a magic check, magic of 7. If you pass, you and each other adventurer recovers 1 wound. Oh, just 1 wound. And this skill, okay. It's not very dramatic. I guess you have to get it to mastery level. Then you recover wounds equal to the lowest single die. All right. Mainly this is for the fishy confectioner. Nobody else needs wounds. The magic check for the fugitive fop is 7. That is no wounds recovered. So I think it is now time to spend 20 gold investing in the watchtower. Now, this was super close. I had to pay for all the stuff that I didn't pay for previously. Do I have enough gold left over? Let's look. 12 from the fugitive fop. There's 5 from the void witch, which puts us at 17. So I actually do, but barely. So let's go ahead and spend all of the, let's see, well, oh, and when we rested, this is now gone, but we're going to get it back because we're demoralized. So let's spend all, you know what, let's spend that least. So there's 5 spent, there's 12 spent, and then now we have to spend 3 from 9 to 6. So the fishy confectioner is demoralized. The town level goes from 1 to 2. So as far as unifying the highlands, we've got the watchtower and pigskin port to 2 or greater. Now we just have to do that with the bandit camp. Furthermore, the fugitive fop, whenever you invest at a settlement, gain 1 luck. So the fugitive fop gets a point of luck. Let's go ahead and do some fine dining. The town level here is 2. It is explored, so like a trade action, we draw 2 cards plus 1 for being explored. We have 1, 2, 3 foods. What do we have to choose among? Luncheon, truncheon, eye of scrog, and mystery meat. Given that we are not really flush with cash, I'm just going to buy the mystery meat, which only costs 1 gold, and you can eat it to recover wounds if you make a constitution check. You will note this card has been edited. One of the official errata is they forgot to specify that after you eat mystery meat, you discard the card. So that's why my handwriting is there. These get shuffled back in. We will have the void witch carry around the mystery meat. Actually, we're not even going to do that. We're just going to have the fishy confectioner immediately eat it. So I'm just discarding it back. I'm paying 1 gold. Which would further demoralize the already demoralized fishy confectioner. Oh shoot, I didn't look it. It's you make a constitution check, and if you pass, recover wounds equal to the lowest single die. Otherwise you're poisoned, right? Yeah, mystery meat poisons you. Who knows what's in that stuff? All right, constitution check for the fishy confectioner. Constitution of 7, succeeds and heals 2 wounds. We are now hale and healthy and hearty, all healed up, ready to head out and finish unifying the highlands. This is a 2. My concern is, as we're running around trying to raise the bandit camp to a 2, town level 2, if we draw from this deck the watchtower danger card, this drops to a 1, in which case we're just going to have to run back and spend another 20 gold. So we don't want to dilly-dally too much. We need to get the bandit camp up 3 increments, because remember there's no 0. If we go to the the Temple of Madness, that'll raise the bandit camp 1, which will drop this down to a 1. Then we just need 2 more increments. We'll need 40 gold. Alternatively, if you remember, if we come here and get the goblin jar, which I think we're going to do, and then drop it over here in the Skull Bridge, that'll also drive this level down and raise this level. My feeling is we need to make a decision about whether to go up to the Temple of Madness and deal with that void gate, or pick up the goblin jar, drop off the aristocrat, and head up to Skull Bridge. I mean, we may end up having to do both, but let's start with... We're going to start with heading up to the Temple of Madness. Because you'll see the Temple of Madness has a 6. The Slavers Pass on the way to Temple of Madness, and this is a road, interestingly enough. I guess the bandit camp has some reason to go up here, is a 5. So in the course of going up here, I expect we're going to get a couple of encounters and hopefully drop the danger level a little bit. Whereas danger levels around here are not quite an issue. So let's head up to the Temple of Madness. In bold stance, we are going to Pigskin Port. Oh, you know what? Whoops, before I even do that, I rested, now I'm drawing. So I need to remember, map phase, danger phase, encounter phase. Then start over, map phase, they're discrete turns. So here we go. Brutalberg, well, this gets dropped to a 4. Normally that would be almost always an encounter, but we're in a town, so we're safe from encounters. If this had been a law town, which it is not, of course, we would have a law encounter. There is no icon, so we do not have a settlement encounter. So that was our after resting here. Now we fast travel up to Pigskin Port. That was the map action phase. For the danger phase, Skull Bridge. So literally running out of luck, you will note that Skull Bridge is a 6. Therefore, the Hand of Doom appears unless we spend 3 luck. There's 1 from the Fishy Confectioner. Let's do 1 each. 1 from the Void Witch and 1 from the Fugitive Fop. We have 1 luck left in our party. We are at a town, so we do not deal with any monsters. However, there is an encounter icon, so we go to the settlement encounters. The first draw is any region. It is a trash heap. We, of course, resolve it immediately. Your nose leads you to a mound of garbage and scrap. There could be something useful buried in here, if you don't mind the stench. So you'd think all the work we've done in Pigskin Port, we would have helped it with sanitation, but nope, garbage laying around. Each adventurer may ignore or search the pile of discarded rubbish. So I think there's going to be a lot of ignoring here. Basically, we draw from the loot deck. If we get an item, which 95% chance you're going to get an item, you roll a d6, and if you roll less than or equal to your luck, which is 0 for everyone except the Void Witch, you can keep what you found. Otherwise, if we drew a disease, you take it. If you draw a monster, you fight it. If you draw an event or service, and there are very few of those cards, you might catch the plague. So it's a bunch of trash that we're not interested in. I should point out we fast traveled, so I need to make a fatigue check to see if we can fast travel again, because successive fast travels are limited by your constitution, basically. So let's see if the Fugitive Fop is fatigued. Constitution of 6. She is not. The Void Witch fatigued, constitution of 5, definitely fatigued. Fishy Confectioner is also fatigued. So that means we're saddled with these until we rest. So no forced marching. So let's just rest to shake off this fatigue. We're in a safe place to do it. Furthermore, the Fugitive Fop can do a puppet show. So the resting will get rid of the demoralizing and the fatigue. The puppet show against agility of 8 gets us 2 gold. So I realized why I've been calling it a puppet show. There is a loot item, and I think they're called magical puppets, or there's some kind of puppets. It might even be a starting item for one of the characters, and they give you a bonus when you use the performance skill. So we've rested here to shake off the fatigue. I'm not even going to bother with black market or anything. This is the draw for while we rested. The graveyard goes from a 5 to a 6. It's also beplagued. We do not have an encounter, because we're in a safe spot, and there's no encounter icon, so no settlement encounter. We are now fast traveling to Bandit Camp. Let's check our fatigue. Constitution of 6, passed. Constitution of 5, failed. And Constitution of 7, failed. Bandit Camp is a danger level 2, so we're not entirely safe. We passed the danger level, but Tomb Lake goes, and you can barely see it. It might not quite, I don't think it fits into the frame, but that's a 3 down there. It is now a 4. We are in a settlement, so we are going to check for settlement encounters and bandit at camp. A great feast. This applies to the Badlands or the Highlands or the Wetlands. Looks like the only place you can't have a great feast is in the boring old lowlands. The locals are gathering at a great feast to stuff their faces with an array of pungent dishes of questionable origin. Well, I'm afraid this great feast, we are going to enter the Fishy Confectioner. The Fishy Confectioner is going to partake in this great feast, which involves competition against a goblin. Here's the deal. Anyone who wants to join the great feast can, for 2 gold. So, Void Witch is out, Fugitive Fop, not going to do it, but the Fishy Confectioner is going to spend the 2 gold from 5 down to 3. Now, having spent the 2 gold, we're making a constitution check, but because the Fishy Confectioner has Gourmet, she gets to roll a 3rd die, and we can choose the 2 that we want to apply. If we fail, we are fatigued, which we already are, and if we fail with doubles, we're poisoned. After all the participating adventurers have rolled, we then make a test for our main opposition, which is a goblin with a constitution of 9. Whoever has the single highest die and who has passed the constitution check wins. If the goblin wins, we get bupkis. If we win, we get a d6 plus 3 gold and 1 luck. So here's the Fishy Confectioner's constitution check. We choose any 2 dice. Oh boy, yeah, okay, good. So we passed the check with a 4 and a 3. I'm going to table that. Here's the goblin's check. The goblin has a constitution of 9. Let's hope that he doesn't pass, or at least passes with crappy numbers. Sweet. So the goblin passed with a 3. We passed with a 7, fortunately, because of our gourmet ability. The highest single die wins, which is the Fishy Confectioner's. So we get 1 point of luck. It's basically like a pie eating contest we won. You guys have seen Stand By Me. You know how that works. And we get this plus 3 gold. Well, still, it's 4 gold we didn't. We came away with 2 extra gold. I can't complain. I mean, I can complain, but I shouldn't. You know, we got the luck. That's mainly what I was there for. All right, so we are fatigued here in Bandit Camp, or at least 2 of us are. If we rest, because this is a road, we could fast travel up to the Temple of Madness. So, we're going to rest in the Bandit Camp. No point for recovery checks. Oh, we are resting here. The Fugitive Fop needs to make her morale check, or she's demoralized because she slept outside. Her morale is 8. She's fine with sleeping outside. This is a settlement. So, a performance of agility 8. We get 2 gold for that. I think she's getting a little better at performing. We are losing these fatigue tokens. And now we draw, having rested. Witch Hill. Goes from a 2 to a 3. There is no encounter icon, so we don't have a settlement encounter. Now to the next turn. Nobody is fatigued, so watch this. We are fast traveling from the Bandit Camp up through Slaver's Pass to the Temple of Madness. Oh, shoot a monkey.